Here, call today to see why Hickory Valley is a place to call home.
The benefits of hemp and CBD products are well known, but always choose a knowledgeable vendor that you can trust. The Hemp House carries products that are locally sourced from farmers we work with directly. The Hemp House on the North Shore, Ooltewah, Eastridge, and Hickson.
We're going to talk about a very serious subject, but give you hope as we talk. The subject is lung cancer. The hope as we talk is that recovery and a cure from lung cancer is more attainable than ever before. And we have one doctor in town whose name I'm sure you know, and three superstars who are surrounding him who he wants you to know. Dr. Rob Headrick is here. He, of course, is the head of thoracic surgery at CHI Memorial. With him, I'm going to try to introduce all of you superstars. Next to him, this is Sabrina Stallion. She's a senior at CGLA. On the other side, we have Jaliyah Griffin, who's a freshman. Did I get it right?
No, ma'am.
Jayla.
Jayla.
I was trying so hard. Jayla Griffin, and then next to her is Serenity Dixon, also who is a senior at CGLA. Good to have all four of you. I know you want us to talk with the girls, and I promise we will, but I want to talk first with you, Dr. Headrick, because it is true, one of your great messages is that if we can catch lung cancer early, it's very curable.
Yeah, and who doesn't like giving out good news? You know, we had it wrong for so long that lung cancer was a difficult disease to cure, and certainly if you got it, life was likely to be over. But the messaging today is no, if we find it early, cure is very likely, and the treatment's really simple.
So what you've done, and you've been coming our way for quite a few years now with these white ribbons, like she is holding this morning. This is kind of your sign of the hope that is there, and also a thanks.
It is. It's part of, we have to re-educate not only the physicians, which is the hardest part, but the community about lung cancer. And so this is a way of teaching the students and hopefully encouraging them to go into a field related to it. But it's kind of like a handwritten thank you note that they get to pick who it goes out to. And we go out around town to people who are suffering with lung cancer or been impacted by it and give them that message of hope and the good news that's coming.
So before I bring Sabrina into the conversation, something else you had said to me was that they kind of have to have a way, you feel, of identifying the relevance of the work that they'll be doing. So in your case, you had a family member who you lost to the disease. That was your push.
Sure.
That's what you've done with them.
When you're at their age, it's really hard to connect with adult issues. And part of what we're trying to do is give them a little bit of piece of something to connect to and use their brains to then find a pathway to the next discoveries to help improve what we're doing.
So you're quickly on your way there. So you're a senior at
Yes,
CGLA. Your plan is to further your medical interests. What are you hoping to do?
So I am hoping to major in biology, but become a doctor, a radiologist. And like he said, just showing just showing people affected the appreciation and the recognition, it just makes them feel loved and special to let them know that they're recognized.
Okay, we're going to get into that in just a second. But Serenity, let me bring you in. You're also a senior, so what are you hoping to do?
So I'm hoping to major in psychology because growing up, I wasn't really able to talk to anyone about dealing with the death of my mother. So I want to help others grieve properly and know that it's okay to go through grief, but through a proper way, if you get what I'm saying.
So the other side, a different side of medicine, but medicine nonetheless. Okay, and then here you are, Jayla. What are you hoping to do?
Well, when I get older and I get out of high school, I do want to start my own business with baking. I do that now, but I just want to make people enjoy like baking or being with family, because you know food always brings people together.
So before y'all walked in the studio, Dr. Headrick and I were talking a little bit because we're older than you, and we were talking about how you live long enough, your life kind of becomes a ministry in a way because you use your own special talents to help people. So that's what he's done in this outreach with your school. So he told me that he encouraged you to find as a group 80 people who have been touched by lung cancer, and y'all thought you wouldn't possibly find 80 people, but you did pretty quickly. Do you remember that part of the story? Mm-hmm. Explain it to me, what happened.
So, for example, yesterday we went to Miss Mary, our cafeteria lunch lady. Is a friend of hers, and so we went to her and asked her, like, does she know anyone? And she reached out to her and then connected her to us, and so we just went to her home, showed appreciation, gave her a white ribbon.
And you all signed it?
And we all signed the back of it, yes. We sanded and sign the back of it to show appreciation.
So does that mean a lot more to you now to realize that there is a name of a person you've now met attached to the disease?
It does.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Like, she told us that we made her day. She was crying, but it was tears of joy.
It was interesting to me, Dr. Headrick, to hear you say that some of the one group that you most want to target, though, are your fellow physicians. I would think that would be the easiest group to reach.
We're stubborn people, and we're all set in our ways, and it's hard to make changes. But I go, the easier route has been with the community, because they want to know that good message, and they want something different. And at their age, they haven't heard all the things we got wrong in the 60s and 70s and 80s about lung cancer. So a lot of work, but the girls are helping me.
Let me see if you've learned your most important lesson. This is what he teaches me. What is it that you have to have in order to get lung cancer?
Lungs.
That's it?
Except for fish, because they have gills.
All right, Smarty. So the point is that, first of all, we're seeing this happen at younger and younger ages.
Yes.
To people who have no history of lung cancer, they are not smokers. It can happen to anybody. So you love encouraging people to go to your mobile screening.
Yes, get screened. It can happen to anybody. And anybody age 50 and older, anybody with family history of cancer, anybody that's had a smoking history, call us. Let's get screened and cure a disease.
Thank you all for your time. I want a cupcake from you later when you open that bakery.
Yes.
And you're going to be a great psychologist, and I bet you'll be the best radiologist the world ever saw. Thank you all so much.
Julia, what are you doing? We have a commercial to film.
I'm taking a break.
Breaks are what we're telling people about. Budget breaks.
Visit budgetbreaks.com for locations and coupons. Budget Breaks. Breaks starting at just $100.
Be a part of Local 3's Share Your Christmas Food Drive. Stop by our Chattanooga, Cleveland, or Dalton locations on December 8th. Donate anytime at participating Food City or Walmart stores, or by scanning the QR code on your screen.
This CHA Spotlight features the Houston Museum of Decorative Art.
This museum is